A string ahead wolf, except for Manhattan Holiday. They never had a plot. Do they have a number for a comedian, perhaps?
Well, I don't know, but I'm sure Mr. Mays will assign part.
Kendall Mays? He's here too! Hot dog!
Yes, you didn't know that.
I don't know anything except I'm getting paid $25 to do a backwards audition for some dame named Von Groston,
Newton.
No thanks, I just had a Danish.
No, that's her name. Von Gross Newton.
It was a joke, I'm a comedian, remember?
I'll try.
Man, this could be the big shot I've been waiting for. To be the start of a hit show. Guess they're looking for producers?
Well, as I understand it, they've already got a producer. They want an angel.
Who's the producer?
Marjorie Baverstock.
Marjorie Baverstock! Oh my god!
She was probably the woman in your car. Was she wearing me? So they had a gun that scares you all the way back to New York.
No, the stage door slasher scares me back to New York. Come on, get your coat.
That?
Where you been? 2 years ago, 3 women murdered, all chorus girls, all in Manhattan Holiday.
Yeah, I remember reading something about that. See, I was on the road.
They had to close the show because the chorus wouldn't come into work until they caught the killer. And lady, they never caught him, so let's hit the breeze!
If he only killed women, what are you so worried about?
How do we know he hasn't changed preferences yet?
Well, at least you think the killer would even be here. There are no chorus girls here. Wait a minute, I'll get my coat. Oh, this is silly. That was 2 years ago, and the only similarities is the lady to me. Anyhow, we'll never make it back to New York in this weather. Snow is falling. It's a dark, sunless day, and for all we know, the killer could be straight up. Wait, and it's just going to get darker and
You can stop
darker.
before he gets back to the entrance, okay? Come on, get your coat. I'll write her a note. Why? There has to be at least 25 rooms in this joint. Slasher can be in any one of them. That don't count the closets.
Oh my gosh!
What?
Secret passage!
Let's get out of here!
Let's take a look!
Somebody, usually a dame, hears a noise in the hen house and decides to investigate in the pitch black night.
And did you ever notice that in those same movies, there's always a big, strong hero who's not afraid of the dark?
Ma'am, I'm a comedian. The dark definitely scares us. It's part of our training.
Ah, you must be Mr. McEwen, since you're the only one unaccounted for. I'm your hostess, Elsa von Grossening, and of course you know Mrs. Baverstock and Mr. O'Reilly, since you wrote up with them. Hardly know Elsa, since Mr. McEwen was up front with George Wyver. I didn't get the chance to tell you, Mr. McEwen, that I think it simply deserved to show last moments like this.
Well, thanks, but I,
And this is Miss Crandall. Nikki, darling, I don't believe you've met Mrs. Baverstock. Do you have a cold, Mr. McEwen?
Oh, there seems to be a hitch. I got my dates mixed up. Due back in New York.
Oh dear, when?
Well, it would be right around now.
Really? But my goodness, I don't know how to get there. Perhaps it skipped your about this, Elsa. Never. They're nothing, Marjorie. Just your average, ordinary, everyday secret passageways. Was this a stop on the Underground Railway or something? No. Then what? My father who built this house. Baron Wilhelm von Grossen.
Ah, yes.
You've heard of him?
Well, wasn't there a motion picture about him or something? With Eric von Stroheim, I believe. Or am I thinking of someone else?
Someone else. Though he was a legend, there was no motion picture on him.
Obviously, I have mixed up.
My father built this house when he left Germany for the war. He was a general, he was the Kaiser's chief of espionage, and the most brilliant intelligence mind in European history. He was a spy. Oh, you've heard of perhaps the Draped Papers? The Colonel Ruddle letter? The Kruger telegram? The von Moltke note? The Hobsendorf memo? The von Emmick shopping list? Events which have changed the course of history, with my father at their center point, working in clandestine code alliance, cloaked in an atmosphere of secrecy, stealth, and stop turning out! But why the secret passage? Well, it was the only way that he could leave the room.
Has all our company met?
Ken, darling, you look divorced, beautiful.
Marjorie, honey.
Mwah, mwah. Yes, this is Ken Taylor your director.
Hi,
Nice to meet Ken.
Hi, I'm Eddie McEwen. I just did Hell's a Poppin', and I,
We'll get to work shortly, but first I would like to,
Excuse me, not to be far, but I cannot find the meat cleaver.
You need a meat cleaver?
Who's your doves, yeah?
Well, if you need it. My house is yours every month. Make yourselves comfortable. I'll be right back. You're sure you mean a meat cleaver, Elsa?
Ken, darling, look. Secret passage.
Out, okay? Theater is nothing more or less than life, distilled to a pure, clear ring of truth, a ritual, as manifest.
Someone a martini. I'm in danger of frostbite.
Roger, darling, look to Boone, simply to Boone.
Marjorie, love your new bird. Mwah, mwah.
Kids, this is Roger Hopewell. There to do your music, Roger. Miss Crandall, Mr. Ewan, and Mr. O'Reilly.
Oh, he has very blue eyes.
Perhaps I will have that drink now.
Ken! So wonderful to be working with you again. You know, I was talking to Brittany about how excited it would be to finally have a script with distilled truth that new spark plugs and clean rings and... I need that.
How about our actors? Dare to have a drink before attempting to entice Elsa out of her honeymoon?
Not right now.
I wouldn't mind a shot of bourbon.
Hi, gang!
Bernice, darling!
Oh, Bernice, you're looking wonderful.
Miss your kid.
Have you gotten the bracelet? I see.
Have a drink with us, Bernice. I'm having a tiki martini.
In that case, I'll have a huge Manhattan.
This cast is Bernice Roth, your librettist. Your cast.
Martini time.
Hi, gang. Sorry I'm late getting downstairs, but the storm froze the lock on my overnight case, and I was upstairs, hating it with a candle.
Hating the law.
And the candle kept dripping wax on the rug, so I moved it into the closet and set something on fire.
Set what on fire?
Well, see, I don't know.
We're about to start rehearsal, Elsa.
Does anyone need a refill?
Sure.
Oh, heavens, the dark is getting. And it's only one. The snow will not stop, will it? What do you have, Bernice?
What's closest?
Excuse me, Negative Bob. Your cook called and it's not in.
Right. Well, there's nothing for it but I shall go to the kitchen and whip up a quick lunch.
The memory of that horrible time I had hoped was forgotten.
Well, obviously it isn't. Though Elsa is eccentric, though she slithers through life as if she were Gale Stoddengard, lately she strikes me as a bit more batty than usual.
If that's even possible.
And I believe we gathered here for a dual purpose, which is she wants to observe us together.
To what end?
Excuse me. Who was murdered?
Were you in New York 2 years ago?
2 years ago, I was off visiting me old mither, County Cork.
You're visiting a mither?
Somebody killed 3 members of our dancing corps.
And you think the killer was a member of the show?
We don't know.
Oh, of course we know.
I was just thinking, we have nothing to be afraid of here. We're all warm and cozy in this old, kind of weird house with secret passages and bloodstone carpets and sort of isolated by the snowstorm.
I'm afraid I have a rather troubling announcement. I hope none of you have to reach New York this afternoon. The phone seems to have gone dead.
Nothing to be afraid of! Down!
What has lost its clout, we've got to know the way. Who's got who's here today? Life is the Cordell. Won't even take your call. 'Cause you're inside of a taking a ride on the White House. Merry-go-round.
I love it so far, and I know so well Elsa, the tunes, the.
Well, the butt ticklet?
I'd love some.
See if she has some tea. I shall just go myself.
I couldn't help but notice you cut out the part where the taxi driver does an impersonation of the Japanese ambassador. You don't have to cut it if you don't want.
I think Roger and Bernice have Bert Lahr in mind of the role of the cab driver.
See, I can do a Japanese accent.
He needs a name in there, you see.
I know, I just thought it would add some flavor.
Look, it would be unfair of me not to tell you that that was the direction they were going.
Right!
Hey. Look, your talent is just as special as Lahr's, but I feel it is distilled from a different kind of truth. Look, there will probably be other roles in which will ring closer to the
Okay, thanks a lot, Mr. Kendall Mays. What do you say?
You said no.
No. All right, Ken. Give them this second banana. This could be the big shot I've been waiting for. Aren't you excited about this?
They usually get stars from the stuff I'm reading, don't they?
Hey, you never know. You live in New York?
Yes.
Whereabouts?
West 64th, between Broadway and Amsterdam.
Yeah, I live on the 50th, across from Madison Square Garden.
Oh, I used to live near there, 48, the dance belt.
You live alone?
I have 2 roommates.
Got a boyfriend?
I did have. He joined the Navy last year.
Navy's good. I've been thinking about joining, before I get drafted.
Aren't you a bit old to be drafted?
Right now, with the way things are going, I thought I'd better get my name in entertainment PDQ, so that if I am drafted, I can get into the entertainment section of the Army.
You want to kill them with laughs, huh?
They have such units.
Yeah, Comics Battalion. They hit the beach right after the magicians.
Called Special Services.
And they pass out ping pong balls.
I've known you were a dancer, you've never said so.
Yeah?
Talk straight out. Like a guy. Most dames, they don't talk that way. Of course, I'm talking showbiz, not ballet.
You date a lot of dancers?
I don't date a lot of anything.
You haven't got a girl.
Nope. Most dames, they don't want to get serious with a comedian, but yeah, that's the way it's laid out.
Well, what's laid out?
The hero gets the girl and the comic gets the lass.
In the movie.
And in real life. Basically the same thing.
Well, I wouldn't know. I haven't met any heroes.
Read any comics?
Just one. I want to look over that second act ballot again.
Yeah, believe in chemistry.
Chemistry.
See someone and something just happens.
I don't know.
Well, it's happening here. With O'Reilly and the maid. Starting to look like the start of a hot love affair. Oh, they got eyes for each other.
Maybe they sense something in common.
Some people believe in chemistry. Ever happened to you?
Nope.
Name with your boyfriend?
We grew up together. He was just always there.
Till now.
Yeah?
It didn't happen to me either. Chemistry.
Probably just in the movies.
No, actually it happened to my father.
Did.
From a bus window. She was on the corner, he was on the bus, their eyes met, and wham, he chased that bus for 5 city blocks.
Who was your mother?
No, some girl. He never saw her again. He used to tell me, Eddie, when it happens, you'll know. It's chemical. You hold it in the number 17 to Ozone Park. Because that's an express. Yeah, it can happen to anyone. You just gotta be looking for it, though.
Shall we get back to work? So how you all doing? Miss Vondrosky wanted me to come in here and lay out some fresh coffee for you.
No, we just had coffee.
Susan won't have to come into the kitchen.
Probably just wants us out of her hair while she learns to like the oven.
So, you folks in show business, huh?
Yes. Did you ever get to the theater, Mr.
Kelly. No, not that much. I had a cousin in the avocado with the World's Fair.
Dinner, such as it is, will be around 7. Tide you over, I'll help to bring in some leader crabs.
Oh, we're fine. Also, please don't worry about us.
Oh, and one more thing. Yesterday, when we were cleaning out your rooms in anticipation of your arrivals, guess what we found? Phoebe McAllister's makeup kit. It had somehow been packed away with the... It had somehow been packed...
A round notebook.
Well, a notebook that was full of doodles and notes and tiny little spirals and phone numbers. And there is something in my eye. Oh, appointment. The night she was murdered.
An appointment with who?
Don't know. But they were wearing a watch. No, time and place. The book gives the time and the place.
Was that night? It's probably making you over a keepsake or something.
Couldn't be. The night that poor baby was murdered, the theater was dark. Who was there? No one was at the theater, Ken.
No, they weren't. Weren't what? Singing.
What? Who wasn't singing?
They weren't singing. In an elevator. They weren't singing in an elevator. No. Need some coffee.
Well, the stage manager was there. The set designer and I stopped by before we went to dinner and talked some TVs. Marjorie, I remember distinctly because it was the first dark night.
I certainly ought to know where my own damn stage manager was.
Calm down, Marjorie. Why are you getting so upset?
An alibi, obviously.
No, they weren't at the theater.
Newton, yes.
I think you should put that book in a safe place and as far from here as possible because it connects the murderer to the murder. He would kill to get it.
But he doesn't know I have it, does he?
Well, he does now.
Really, Mr. McKeon, for that to be true, the murderer would have to be in this room.
Oh, let's not be ridiculous. It can't be one of us. We're show people. So on with Acts the Second, as Shakespeare might have said.
He might have, but I doubt he ever did.
Ken, do you mind if I watch a bit? You know I adore the rehearsal process.
Oh, it'll spoil the audition for you, Elsa.
Oh, I shan't stay long. Just a soup.
No, I really feel like
Oh, well,
you
this
should-
is my house.
For God's sake, Marjorie, just let her say, okay, I need to get started.
Come, sit here, Elsa.
And the second act begins. We already had coffee.
Colin McGross and you can mention that her O'Reilly.
Brutal out there.
This microscope?
Don't touch that! What? I'm no expert, but that stuff smells to me like it was poison. Notice just where the lights went out when O'Reilly sniffed it. Hey, where is he anyway?
Well, that's a $64 question.
Elsa probably used too much salt.
You put salt in your hot chocolate?
Should only be a tad, of course. It really gives it some snap.
You know, I never thought of that. I have tried just a dab of nutmeg.
Nutmeg in
hot chocolate.
Could we leave the recipe exchange for another day? We've got a killer on the loose here.
I found the blueprints
What blueprints?
of the estate.
Since whoever put off the power escaped through those tunnels, I thought if we examined these, we could find the details of those passages. Then we could pray into the walls and look for clues. I'll put together a picnic lunch in case we get lost.
These just show the house. They don't show the passageways.
Well, of course not. They're secret.
Right. And I want everybody where I can see them.
And I'm going to look for clues.
I'm in charge of this investigation, and I say you're staying here.
Investigation? What's investigation?
Murder investigation. I'm a cop.
Why are you telling them?
Has gone too far for adventures, Miss Von Gross Newton. I'm Sergeant Michael Kelly from the New York City Police Department, here on the case of the stage door slasher.
Wait, so this is not an audition?
Only for a killer, it seems.
Just my luck.
I told you. I told you. I told you. But did you listen? No. I'm just a silly songwriter. I will have you know that I went to the Boston Conservatory.
I think this exposure unwise, Sergeant.
The killer is working too fast. He didn't go for you in the notebook. He went for someone who could obviously expose him somehow.
Sergeant would capture him. Clever, yes.
It was. Until you told everyone about it.
Obviously, there are some people more dangerous to the killer than this book.
Well, maybe it's a combination of that book and those people that worried the killer. Them out of the way, the book is useless.
That's exactly the way I got it pegged, miss.
I still maintain we should examine these blueprints. The chase is half of the fun.
Wait, let me get this straight. All that earlier about BB's notebook was just made up in order
No,
to
the
get...
book is the real McCoy, sent to the department from Princeton last week. Contains information that made us reopen the case.
What kind of information?
Look at the last entry.
Piccadilly 1020.
My God! I just thought of a new second act opener. Someone give me a pen. Oh, that was so annoying.
Well, the Piccadilly was our hotel in New York. Stage managers, designers, everyone had access to those rooms. We left the key on the desk. You opened an investigation based on that one appointment alone.
We were hoping it might lead to something.
Well, obviously it didn't.
Obviously it did. There are 2 people dead.
The thing I don't understand is why Bibu is at the hotel at all. Shows off the road, it's day off when the murder happens. Now, what does a chorus girl do on her day off?
Oh, well,
Sleeps?
well, she certainly would go near where a murderer was living.
So I would think you'd want to spend that time with friends. Elsa?
Poor Phoebe had many dear friends.
Too many.
Oh, wait. There's a list following the...
Obviously, it's what we're all thinking. Why would Elsa murder 3 women?
Jealousy.
Of whom?
Of your friends, of course. You said you had many.
I said Phoebe had many.
Really, Roger, if you're going to take the thoughts of others and twist them, I prefer you stick to Jerome Kern. You do that so much better.
I do not steal from Jerome Kern.
He certainly does not.
Thank you, Bernice.
Sigmund Lundberg.
Oh, okay. I see. Let's all be viciously funny about my talent. Strikes me as a shamefully transparent attempt to get us off subject, which is, might I remind you, which one of us might have a motive.
All right. Shall we start with the well-known fact that you hate dancers?
Not true, only when they sing.
You did demand that those girls be removed from their numbers. Yes, but not with a 9 point! Is that we can come up with a motive for any of us, all right? Even me. They were all pregnant or something. But I don't think that the killer is in this room.
Well, what about O'Reilly? We haven't seen him since the blackout.
He may be dead.
Or in those tunnels.
Well, we won't know if we don't look. I'm going to serve dinner, and then I suggest an armed foray into those walls. There is another possibility. Perhaps Elsa is her sister.
What?
Just something that happened earlier. When I spoke to her this morning. Something different.
All right. I want to get to solving this thing. I want to reconstruct the moment before the crime.
LN, small W/K.
Lunch with Kathy, another dancer on the show. We already looked at all those notes, the ones we could make sense of anyway.
I think it's a code.
Code? Why would you keep a code?
Every so often, there's nothing but a list of numbers.
Phone numbers.
But there's not always an exchange. See this one? Edincott and Murray Hill. Then a row of numbers. It's a code.
Bank accounts, maybe. Secret bank accounts.
Yeah,
I got me a
maybe.
whole other theory based off of plain old-fashioned police work.
Serial.
Observation. Observation, that's the key. And if I'm right, then someone is in great danger. And I think I know who that someone is.
Maybe these numbers are letter substitutes?
Hey, where do you learn how to do all this?
When you were a kid, you didn't ever send away to Orphan Inn or Jack Armstrong for secret decoder.
Don Winslow of the Navy. He gave you a brain.
Well, I'll use the Orphan Inn system. Let's try to break it.
What we'll need is paper. Hey, holy mackerel! Hey, Sarge, where'd the cop go?
My gosh, another tunnel!
This joint has more surprises than Sal had to go.
There are steps leading down.
Are you crazy? Don't go down there.
Well, I want to see what's down there.
Well, if you run into the splasher, don't plie.
It looks like some kind of wine cellar.
Great, now come back up. I mean, I can't believe you're doing this when there's a lunatic killer on the loose. I mean, there's someone, maybe, a raving maniac who has a knife or a saber. They're running around down there in the dark, just staying up here in the light where it is safe. I'm Dave Derby. Besides, I'm a regular barber. You know Frank? Frank down by the Astor? Yeah, he's good. Oh, I get it. You think I'm a dancer. This guy. No, that agent of mine will tell you anything to get me work out. As well as being a comedian, you can also throw my voice anywhere in the room. What? Sellers? Eddie? Looking for this? A bag over his head.
Well, what do you look like?
I don't know. Like someone with a black outfit and a bag over his head.
No, I mean tall, short.
Who knows? Maybe both.
Let's go tell the others.
No, could be one of them. He was after this, but luckily I grabbed it and ran.
You did? Gee, Eddie, you're kind of brave.
Nah, just fast. See, when you play some of the joints I play,
Well, which one of them do you think it is?
well, I got a theory based on observation.
O'Reilly!
You're dead!
Sure, and then, so did somebody else. I was hit on my head and left to die.
When was this?
when I was going for the aspirin.
Well, I hope you got the chance to take a couple.
Sure, when I come to, I found myself in a tunnel and had the devil's own time trying to get out.
There have been 2 murders here.
And what more, it is even an audition to set up to catch the slasher.
Murders.
Miss Baberstock and someone who we even think is Helga, Helda, or Helsa.
What?
Sir, Mr. O'Reilly, you've returned to us.
Someone hit him over the head and left him to die.
Oh dear, we have unleashed something horrible in this house tonight. However, the butcher sauce is ready, and where is Sergeant Kelly?
I don't know, I thought it was with you.
Perhaps he went to wash up. Come along, everyone else is in the dining room. Let's eat so we can get down to the stew.
Little one! Ah, gee! We don't know, I don't know, red or white. Guess we'll get both. I'm so sorry. Keep your head in game. Good work, good formation. Something to Sherry. Something to Sherry. So right in the Ah, gee, they were getting along so well.
I'm going for help.
Into the walls.
He may be killing her. We've got to help.
Help how?
Where's that car?
I'm going into that tunnel.
Are you crazy? Don't go in there.
It's useless to try to stop her, believe me.
Well, we can't just stand here and do nothing.
Sure we can.
We Nikki, go into here. I'll listen to the billiard room.
That's the billiard room.
Yes.
Interesting you sit there next to the parlor.
Well, it used to be the music room.
I would have put it closer to the somewhere.
Can we hold the architectural discussion till later? He may be killing her. I'm going in.
I'll go with you. 2 can die as easy as 1.
Take this flashlight so you can see what you're up against.
See it? Who wants to see it?
Play the radio very loud. That way we can always find this room.
If you can, try to find the red network of NBC. Phil Spitali and his all-girl orchestra are on.
I warn you, it's a labyrinth in there. Stay close together. Please, Roger. Anything but that!
This blizzard fast reaching catastrophic proportions. Transportation has halted.
Von Grossen.
Newt,
Set.
what did I say?
Careful. It's a maze in there. What's another word for maze? Corn. Handle a maze? So I've been trying to find my way back ever since.
Excuse me, but if you're done with that cognac, can I borrow it?
Bernice, I think you've had plenty to drink tonight.
This isn't your house, Roger. You don't have.
Paranoia, his inhuman, murderous tendencies would never go noticed.
And where was that?
Hollywood!
We best find the sergeant and tell him the chase is over. He could be wandering around in there for hours. Eddie, will you go in from that way? Can you pull down the fort ensign? Sure, you got me rope. In the closet, Bernice.
Well, I guess with the killer one, it's okay.
Then who killed I did? Quiet. Do not scream and you may not get hurt. I know you have a gun identification as a naval intelligence officer, but are they? I know what you are thinking.
What happened to her hair?
She's a guy.
It's a guy? Then why is he wearing a dress? Oh, I get it. You're trying to stay out of the army.
Very interesting country, America. Where else would you find a super spy and a comedian in one room?
The White House, probably.
All right, you do half which will now lead to veins tunnels.
What's he so burned up about? You asked him to do windows or something?
This is Dieter Frenzel.
The homicidal maniac? We could be in a lot of trouble.
I am going to kill you.
That won't be easy.
Why not?
I am terrified of guns, so when they asked me to go run around with one of these things, naturally I took out all the bullets. Wow, this cognac packs quite the punch.
Wow, Eddie, you're going to time a second time.
No, you go tie up him, her, that. You go tie him up, I'll watch. I'll sneak her in.
Don't anybody move!
We caught the slasher, Kelly.
This is the stage door slasher.
No!
No, I'm the Lyra 6!
Over here, Sarge! This is the stage door slasher.
Helsa's a Nazi saboteur.
Helsa, a saboteur?
Only it's not Helsa, it's her brother Dieter, a female impersonator.
I do Lotte Lenya, Josephine Baker, Steve Baker.
Oh, do you do Judy Garland?
No, voice is too rangy for me.
Our adventure calls for a celebration. Let's retire to the dining room for crepes, flambé, von Grausenuten.
That's not made with corn, is it?
Corn.
Corn! That's it, Roger! Corn!
What's it?
We're upsetting our show with blush.
And as for you, Mr. McEwen, I'm sorry this was not a real audition, or you certainly would have gotten the part. That's okay. He got the girl.
Who did? Oh, I did!
Hey, how can I resist a guy who comes flying out of the walls every time I need him?
I gotta warn you, I'm not a hero naturally.
Well, nobody's a hero naturally. Anyways, I'm not concerned with heroics. I'm more concerned with chemistry.
That I got covered.
Yeah, I know you inherited it.
What a storm!
How's that?
I'm a cousin Katerina, the cook from Koblenz.
That's funny.
Okay, so before you guys leave, or you can leave if you need to, I'm not going to stop you. Okay. So, we would like to invite Miss Marquis and Miss Lee up.